Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133, and Unit 329. And there are several plots by the crazed morons that are here. And there is one named Sunday in particular. She thinks she's a big, tough gang member. She's with the other gang members, including the whores that have with Gregory. They've clicked guns, and Sunday actually is such a scumbag. She and her daughter thought they'd forced me, like the other gang members, to let them move in, but the scumbags also thought that they'd be stealing my clothes. There's a goal of 5 these morons. They've actually, for the last 4 who lived who would die. So Sunday thinks she's going to rob my coat. It's got their goal of the Seattle, Washington ring with so the whore got to take my coat from me. And her dirty, smelly hooker daughter was, I think it's a gay man personally, was at the lunch yesterday at Gregory's threatening to kick me. So her smelly, ugly daughter got pulled. We all is here. I mean, I look looks like she's fat. She's literally on the buses. Then so-called Sunday and her D have team. I was that the thought was one up because she had huge long breasts and working for that she was busted her and so she's close. And she thinks she's quite powerful, but she thinks she's married and she's medium black. Well, not that dark. And she likes to wear heels with her jeans. And I think I've seen her in interesting colors, bright colors, like yellow and red, etc. And some fashionable or volunteer. Quite a lot here. There's a couple, and I'll discuss them if I remember. Then she's a white female. She's got a tubby body and black. Her hair is dyed black. And let's just say retarded. I don't have zombie gang members, and I believe they took the fall with Satan 13 years. And Southern it for the other world, or the other parts of the world. Now there is also I forgot Sister Faye. So neck. And she's here. I heard her and her mom. She's just this huge fat neck roll, and then is stuff she's using with Gregory and her. And then I'm just listening. You all. Let's see. Who else do I have to discuss? Dirty cop that was here, and it was Officer Bobby. And he and he has a complaint against him because he harmed because they wouldn't be a prostitute. Didn't pay an extortion fee to the Pike Place Market security guards. Their Pike Place Market preservation. They're also gay lovers with Bobby. Still be here. Guy from Bobby might still be, and even trade as a legal investigation, just more on black Nazism thing and Starsism, and of urine, and they don't know how to even buy toilet paper. This is not a mental hospital where people can hold you and portray themselves as professionals. This is the only legal broadcast for time. Shots of me naked in the bath. It won't be sometimes the bed. There is no other legal broadcast, even in spite of threats. And one of the late scumbags, people enter or thousands, and they would enter and one of the buck is gone. It's like this anyway. Like a flash riot to rob someone. Like, let's say the black Nazi, his girlfriend robbed him and took his backpack, which is her backpack. The typical plot coming out of these buildings, a lot of excrement being pumped out of BS. And lovers, and we put market preservation development. And then, by the way, so 15 years ago, security actually he and working at Tricorp. I complained of probably meth lab fumes, and he was actually very angry when I complained, and he had me gang raped and for the Seattle dirty cops. And then the whole thing surveillance on me, and they have retardos like this Sunday creature. Her name is, she's renamed herself Sunday, the one who, she'll hang out and slink around the cop and, maybe get off her knees with the cop. So she thinks she's a big shot, and she thinks she's a cop, and she's a retardo. She's a retarded black Nazi with a dirty, ugly, smelly daughter that looks like a man. And that's all she is. She's a dirty tonic. She's nobody. And the whore is actually daring to threaten with a here, and she is threatening me. You won't go along with the police. And by the way, they do use black and gangs in a symbiotic relationship, because then investigation where there's someone of color, the police can shut it down. And there were Hispanic Nazis involved is nothing. And the whore is chanting, "Obey a Negro." So the black Nazis themselves they have a hostile takeover plot of every state, and they have a hostile takeover plot of the major NATO. Retarded bums will history and present them as the inventors of etc. and mixed in with whites that are a white crack whore or whoever they get a hold of, and presented as Italy or whoever. And Sunday is in on the subversive plot. And yesterday I was talking to people like, missing people that were homeless, and they were very active in the homeless community. Well, the thing is, dirty cops and the Bloods and Zetas and Asian street gangs in general are in on missing. The very people they're worried about, they're friends with the people who made them disappear in some way. And you have to realize everybody in Washington at least has population for 13 years. I believe they took the fall with Satan. But it is sort of just desserts for a gang member who about homeless that died that probably weren't any good anyway. And see, I'll tell you why. Because for 30 years, gangs have been practiced. Only black Nazi was promoted as normal, even if it was psychotic jobs over other people. They got advantages, including housing. And then the crack whores and the smelly retarded tried to put them in power, and he gave them power that they should. What they're that they got used to a certain amount of power that they had actually stolen. Satan is nothing more. And so this worldwide takeover plot, there are other people involved, and that would be Asian Nazis, Hispanic Nazis, Polynesian, Melanesian, Micronesian, Native American, mostly Hispanic Nazis, and now I see a lot of Asian Nazis involved. But what I first saw Hispanic Nazis and playing along with them. You will have whites that will play, like I said, because they can scream racism, and also they can shut down an investigation, and also there is a huge money trail, property trail, and perk that you will, then you saw a movie. Where did the movie go? Well, that's not broadcast, which is, sort of complex definition there, of somebody getting a bribe, going to movies, and eat. You think it's not going to be a videotape, is what I mean. Power that the bums have derived also is achieved by lying, cheating, and, like a lot of it. Well, then they'll call crack whore or something, or a smelly white Ireland. They were so there is a plot today, by the way, the retarded bums. Oh, and there's a playing Obey Hospital. Society got into power with fake and portray like maybe an apartment in this place as a hospital. A lot of trickery, smelly bitch, because of smelly black Nazis, by the way. They like to call white people that they've harmed and made ugly and filth in it for 13 years because of the dirty cop. They're the first ones to call. They won't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom. Some of the very ones taking such pleasure in putting filth and toxins in water, they don't even wash their hands. And I think Sunday is a non-hand washer. And you can probably sense that she needs a... So I laugh because also I would say the whites that are involved in harming me for the last years, they're not any... Let's hope. Now, they're into chakra things. If you say, oh, you talk about chakra. Well, the thing chakras, start to get ready. My turn. Well, so Sunday consists. So Sunday in her. If I get her loud enough, it'll be fun. Center manager Martin at Elizabeth Gregory home. So, does it bother me these people shot if waving around? No, it doesn't. Started bomb deal, and actually, all of Washington State, the tanks pretty much need to wear a cop, all grown humanity left. Interesting people are homeless people. That's a fire. Beautiful. It's just these people, drunks and whores, harmed me the last 13 years. So they're dead buddies. I'm not worried about them. They were pre 13 years ago. Scottish, Irish, and Welsh people, or Europeans are missing, and the toll is higher. But the smelly homeless people that are, and I volunteered with homeless, that are involved with crimes against me, there is no sympathy. I only worry about the people that they are linking with killing or killed. So the dirty hooker is playing mental hospital. That's Sunday, the retarded psychotic bitch. And you have to laugh, but it's funny that these bums would think they could fool people, but the sad, dirty, smelly, black Nazis and the other morons. But then you've got the dirty cops. But you then realize that other people are acting but some of them they're just in cahoots. They're like, oh, that's what we're doing today. So it's not like they're being fooled. A lot of them, like, let's say the dirty bus driver. Anyone the last 13 years in Washington. Doesn't matter to me. And the more these bums reel with horror at their own friends missing because of a dirty cop that harmed me, I think that's hilarious. If they're zombies, if they're the last 13 years worth of bums. Doesn't matter to me in the least. And, I could care less, basically. I only care about me. In Washington, especially. There's nobody else. I care about the spirit world. Just trying to put my notes together. So the more horror, oh, and there's a bum threatening my cheeks, and there was a plot about my backpack constantly. My backpack holds the key to me, they think, because it's got my meds in there, and you know, I have asthma, allergy, chemical, and I've basically been all these years by gang members and other. One thing about Israel. So the black Nazi thing about Israel, he's a moron and he has nothing to do with Israel. He's a black Nazi moron. He's not is pretend or portray that they are. I have some things out of order. And they like to portray they are Israel. A lot of the smelly black Nazis. But you also have have time to write a thing going on, and this is crappy. So the smelly black Nazi definitely, you know, my backpack has nothing to do with Israel. And in reality, Israel would be pretty damn desperate if they talked to a smelly moron like him. You'd have to be pretty fucking desperate to talk to a black Nazi anyway. They're pretty much smelly morons. And America couldn't admit it, but they're the most psychotic things of any planet. And they would have had nothing. Their tits would have been dangling in the dirt, and they would have had their balls in the dirt, basically, if it hadn't been for people like the people they hate, such as English, Scottish, Irish, Welsh people, Semitic people. You know, as I mentioned, they couldn't wait to turn around and bite the world in the neck and bite everybody. People like policemen in Washington, actually, or anywhere else, they can't actually have an investigation, have a horror office that's been giving them fellatio, and they can't just, put down the crack and investigate. Department, you don't want to be a prosecutor. Bobby literally, I think, tried to break his arm. It's lumpy in one area, like abnormally or something, possibly. Slights, like more slight. I've had one before in shoulders. Oh, by the way, there's nobody in that space. Well, they're not supposed to know. Crawl space that stretches around the room. Then the brilliant plot lately was to have the hall fall. And, all of the love having any kind of carpenter maintenance men, because then they can absolutely done it before. We'll just repaint for you. And that's, and also their friends and their relatives, and they think it's untraceable to get people to harm people. So like the smelly black Nazi portraying that he is, he could try to steal the backpack. Well, first of all, they want ID. Total ID theft. I'm trying to find some cheese up with. I can't even find that. and I can't hear, but one of the retards is threatening, and he's playing blah, 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 plus restroom. So when I woke up 13 years ago, and I've told the story in bits and pieces all over the place lately, not really all over the place, but just on Google, basically, and then I did, on Google, but these people are psychotic and retarded. And when I woke up 13 years ago, the bums pretended that they could do for everything, including breathing or eating. That you are, and if you paid for it already, like the food, they didn't care. There was a bum chanting about charging me for food. So let me explain what they're doing with that. So let's say you bought food at the grocery store. Then they would pretend they could actually, this is what I woke up to 13 years ago. Bums would pretend they could enslave you or even like cut off your legs because you ate. And they'll actually portray that somebody owed them for everything, including going back to when they were a child and that their ancestors owed them. And so if you believe in the spirit world, they actually destroyed people's ancestry. But if they're a gang and they were the zombies, the first thing they would try to do probably is to make their own ancestor into, Irish, Welsh, and Europeans or Russians and Ukrainians and Semites. First thing the Americans will be back. Now, bums will also do to a victim. So the victim ends up with these cuts. Sometimes you feel cuts. Sometimes they bleed. Believe it or not, like with your face, you can still have any kind without having any blood on you. And so also the bums will portray that everything you own is theirs. And when you go somewhere, they might create a flash mob to rob you, to mug you. So you might be mugged. And see, that's how you know everybody in the U.S. is a zombie. Because if they were normal, they wouldn't respond to everybody on you. And this is what I've heard and what I believe, that the black Nazis and the other scumbags absolutely got into programming people after the fall with Satan 13 years ago. And it's not very smart anyway. Let's just face it. If you have to invent a language for people, they're not as smart as you think. And everybody bent over backwards to give them jobs, bypassing smart people, qualified people. So America was setting up for survival of the shittiest, and here it is. Survival. maybe I'll have to take some laundry in. I don't have a towel. I think I left it here yesterday. And then I was thinking, did I leave it here on the door? But even if I didn't, there was a shard of glass on it. So even if you lock your stuff up, these bums have house-breaking tools. House-breaking tools, and they brag about it. Even at Elizabeth Gregory home, there's one of the bums. She's a professional thief. She brags about it. Her name is Lynette. She's a tall transgender with very dead. And then she breaks into places like if people have their stuff locked up. I should tell my. She'll try to illegally unlock it. Have sympathy for anyone pretty much in the U.S., but you know, we still exist in society, so it's not like I go around like the more are. You know, I'm not shooting them. I'm not I'm not running that. You know, the rusty butcher knife. It's rusty from the heat. Put in acid and various chemicals. They were bragging this morning about 21 or 26 that they thought they'd use on Europe, and the bum was or it was last night, and one of the black the chemicals were under. So a lot of these retardos, and this is I have a couple of reasons why I obey them. They're trying to be very dominant. You have the earth is trying. They're not the shit of the earth. They are the shit of any universe. They're trying and see, you can't respect a moron whose family has been never picked up a book, and it's a slimy with Gregory home. Whittier is in the and fuck you, you fucking whore. Fuck off, bitch. Now, you could now Randy have some health problems. Some of these people can. A lot of these bums at Elizabeth Gregory, by the way, some of them do go to the doctors. What I suggest about doctors is you just should say, oh, she shouldn't have had operations on her hands, they should let it go. She shouldn't have had the fibroid removed, they should have just tested her and can't find anything. These bums don't deserve care, and they should be euthanized anyway. Absolutely. The whores are threatening me for my keys. It's a big game because they started balling crazy. It's a little hard to portray someone's crazy when there's sound coming through a wall. If you can't hear it, all you do is enhance it on a computer program. Just shut up, you fucking whore. Just shut your fucking stinking bitch. You're a fucking retarded whore. Shut up, bitch. You're like a fucking dog. Fucking ugly bitch. Shut the fuck up. So, believe it or not, some of the start up, and remember there's illegal surveillance. They start up when I try to eat. Remember, it's survival of the shittiest is what they're attempting. Shut the fuck up, you fucking shit-ass maggoty bitch. Not glad Jason cheated on you, ugly whore. I would too. I don't think I'd choose the shit around here, but if he's that desperate to like you... Randy, the other whore. Oh, and they're threatening my cheeks, by the way. Fuck you, fucking bitch. You think so? What they think is they're saying apology, like you're gonna let them do something to you as an apology, like the Black Sea Mongol. you're gonna let some dick shit put his retard dick in you. I don't like animal bestiality. Bestiality. So, you know, not into retards. Randy's insane. She's probably got a gun. So the cops will outfit these retards with guns, and they portray that they're like FBI or state police. Are they FBI or state police? No, she's going to. So even if she wanted to, she couldn't. Because she's not going to be showing up at Elizabeth Gregory until later. You just die. You should have just given her. You're trying to hit me in the mouth, I'm going to hit you in the mouth. Or slash me in the mouth, rather. They're all insane. Remember this. They're not normal. Tunnel syndrome. Randy Whittier. Her prior name is Randy Augustine. And it might not have an E at the end. And she goes to Elizabeth Gregory home, and she's been volunteering in the kitchen. They got rid of Sandra Katowitz running the place, and she's a psycho bitch. Her daughter's name is April. Sandra Katowitz thinks she's like a mafia don off each other. Okay, I don't think I'll warn the police. In fact, what I think I'll do, let's play the Lisa's Crazy game. So if the game members want to kill each other, I don't know. A bum's talking about a Polish man. How's your ancestry, you ugly hooker? And I should make a call soon after breakfast. Fuck you, you whore. I'm not even listening to your fucking shit-ass bitch. They're playing not supposed to eat breakfast or something. Hooker. Ugly hooker. Oh, hooker. Kill you. Zombies. So you shouldn't have sympathy even for home. Kill all your chances if you're an American. And remember, I in poison at 133rd in Aurora. So I'm just going to play the Lisa game, like I said. So the gang members might get killed. Oh, I didn't see it. It was a green alien. Just like with water, it's like they poison the water, so I take it later. I'll take it to the hospital, and they said there's radiation in it, and it smells. I don't know what radiation smells like. You should look it up. I'll drip it on the carpet right outside the door. Lisa's crazy. Pour it in the fan. Lisa's crazy. Bum playing pulling pants again. A South Park thing. It's ugly. Looks like a round character. I wonder if I'm going to do a towel. So it happened to me in a day. Stuff behind. And so I don't think I had my towel yet. I'm just too, remember, little this junk with me because you won't want anybody touching your stuff. They'll put urine, fecal, or radiation, or viruses. They're in on Leona and Daphne and quote Sunday. Even they've threatened me with Ebola, they've threatened me with smallpox, and then what they'll do is portray themselves as scientists. And like I discussed, Sunday is not a policeman, her ass, and she's a smelly whore. You know, nothing rancid that was used in kind of a musty, I think they said. But I would be the wrong term. I'm just sort of trying to talk like they went across. Nasty. Long dangling breasts. No, it's a mobile. Really breasts. It's a mobile. Ding, ding. The dangling. April is a welfare monkey. She's welfare in a welfare program, and she's daycare at teaching. She works at a daycare, and you can be a moron and be a daycare. I've seen for the last 30 years anyway. Morons teaching daycare. Not smart people that teach daycare. Believe me. There's no requirement there. This retard filled the position. Doesn't cost. Actually, rumor. She is a molester. That is common, and pretty much everybody in the gang of Bloods and Zetas, they are child molesters anyway. They're sadists. So she's probably she touched her own daughter, and somebody's worried about she may their children. And believe me, she probably has. She just said it really may be. She has, I'm not an expert, but she just answered. Pray soon. Happy radiation. I don't drink tap water. But say they want to keep me trapped in here, so I'd have to drink the tap water, and I'd probably die pretty soon. 3 years. Your ancestors drink water, and no matter what, they're poison. And if you believe head or psychic attacks have been ripping head, these are they don't have their own aura chakras, but they also don't have their own intellect. Judge you, blah, blah, blah. The yap, flap, flap, her mouth. And that's April and the other hooker thing. And a couple of the people here they've actually made moaning noises and boasted about molesting children. And so a couple of the guys and women were bragging about molesting children to kind of torment. And even though they're gross zombies, the pit bull that's sitting there and hurt it because it's up to the pit bull and one that's lost of it. Like these people have actually animals on the wall. I have to say my prayer, heaven, hallowed be we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. The kingdom come, our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into the kingdom, power forever, amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. The kingdom come, thy will be done as earth is in heaven. Please forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and thine is kingdom, power, and the glory forever, amen. Our Father who art in heaven, earth is in heaven. Please forgive trespasses, those who trespass against us, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. But I'm sort of thirsty and hungry. These bombs, by the way, they're actually on a wall interjecting when someone prays. So it's a little hard to play the Lisa's Crazy. So what I want is, if America does this, I want the other, they need help. So committing a word, they actually be euthanized. Particles to be, they're zombies. Played the world made judge. I'm going to blame all of you for everything it lost because of you fuckers, especially if they went with you. So morons to go with them. And these them is Die Hard. Just took you I almost said. And they were talking, if you believe in zombies, and a zombie ESP network, there was a flew overhead. I think south of us, south of 105.7 Aurora. Started, and then moronic. She said, you just don't listen to anything. So I'm eating my breakfast, and you get to hear zombization candidates. And I have a gang member. You imprison them, and when they talk, it would help the world. I'm about Sandra having contender cataway. Oh, poisons. So they're keeping it at Elizabeth Gregory home. Which, should they think their solution is to do math? It's peanut butter. Messy. I don't have to write. Now, Bob's using everybody in the West, in every wheelchair, and it especially kills black noise. A fine way to do it, you curve objects to everybody else. Put a mirror in lead box.
the retardos. I don't know which one. Be a retard. They just white moron is sticking themselves in my face, and they have a hostile temper, and they think they're going to rule death. They're whatever they should. They just need to be used. Am I threatening them? NATO action. Blast them. Same routine every day. And they and churches, those black Nazi, churches, the back to pieces. And if you get at black Nazi monkey can threaten to horribly, you not. Do you think I'd let you? So the ends like to just walk around with scared now to somebody. Oh, I'll just walk with my head bowed down from one to the next. Fuck you, you fucking. You're not gonna have. You're an ugly retardo, no matter what you've done to me. You're still fucking retards. World. You're fucking shit. One of the other black ups. So what they'll do what's called tar baiting too. So they the not blacks threatening to rape you. One of the second floor bitch is a head injury moron, and so he's threatening me. Scourge of anything, ruins everything. There went the neighborhood, and just the neighborhood was furled. And you're still a scummy. The Bible finds you to chop up shit like you ugly fucking whore. Satanism, make everything perverse. This is Lisa Guthrie, Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133, and are threatening me. They're using a crawl space. Where else would they be? We're also using a janitor's room. A lawn appointment. Just might make. I'll see. I'm going to end the broadcast and then have short segments of the retarded moms trying to harm me at this apartment.